Hello everyone, my name is Azmul Fauzi. I am a postgraduate student from Universitas Hasanuddin majoring sociology. I would like to disseminate my article about the perceptions of punk community members on Hijrah lifestyle in Makassar city. So, the this study aims to analyze the perception of members of the punk community towards the Hijrah lifestyle. The research was conducted in Makassar City, South Sulawesi Province. The history of punk. Punk is a lifestyle that was born in England and developed in the United States. Punk eventually developed into a genre of punk rock music as a teen trend in fashion and music. Punk, in using its culture of resistance, is identified by fashion, music, and language. This culture of resistance places greater political pressure on symbolic forms of resistance, both individual and collective. The relationship between social change and the Hijra lifestyle chosen by the punk community is very interesting to study more deeply, especially in a view of the current social condition of society, which are increasingly complex with all the series of change that occur. After the Hijra movement by individuals in the punk community in Makassar city, there was a change in social status, which will be described in this study. The punk community was previously stigmatized as a group that did not want to follow the changing system and try to enter the social structure of society. So, based on this, it is interesting to study the phenomenon of the hijrah of punk in Makassar city. After the migration of members of the punk community, how they perceive change in lifestyle, they are in contact with new experience of religious life, especially Islam. The research method using in this article is qualitative type of research used is phenomenology, which tries to reveal what is the reality and experience by the individual, revealing and understanding something that is not visible from the individual subjective experience. The research location is in Makassar City, South Sulawesi Province. The time of study is planned from May to June 2022. Informants in this study used a purposive sampling technique. The informant in this study were seven people consisting of individuals who identify themselves as punk. Data collection techniques through observation, in-depth interview, documents, and literature. Studies with qualitative data analysis. All qualitative data analysis will include tracing data, going through nodes, and to find cultural patterns studied by the researchers. To test the validity of the data, qualitative research method is use different terms from quantitative methods. In qualitative research, the validity of the data is tested in two ways, namely triangulation and member check. So the result of this uh, article is the Hijrah movement is inseparable from religious teachings, especially Islam. Hijrah is basically the courage to leave the bad for the good. Theoretically, the Hijrah movement is symbolic, with change that occur after living an unethical and abnormal life, such as social deviation, unethical life in society towards a religious life. Hijrah is closely related to the teachings of Islam, which means leaving bad things and obeying the rules in religion and avoiding deviant behavior. This effort is a bridge in entering a new social layer that places the previous members of punk community at the lowest point or not special. The change in lifestyle with the Hijrah movement was a turning point for some members of the punk community who saw their living condition, which in the eyes of society were negatively stigmatized. In the process of Hijrah lifestyle, there is social behavior that is shown. Ritzer, social behavior is According to Ritzer, social behavior is individual behavior that takes place in conjunction with environmental factors that cause changes in behavior, including changes in behavior of members of the punk community who decided to emigrate. Emigrate in this case means hijrah itself. After making changes to more religious lifestyle, which can be seen in the changes in behavior and characteristics of people who emigrated. Em, uh, I repeat, emigrated here means hijrah. What are the members of this punk community feel? Is there a lifestyle shift or still doing the old lifestyle? In, in society, there is a perception to see how the behavior of members of this punk community after emigrating. Perception is that is shown what is felt and how reciprocal members of the punk community see people's views of them. After the hijrah, there is still a bad stigma experienced. Even they still feel labeling in society. But another fact was found that the stigma was slowly changing and got a positive perception from the community. This was explained by initial KB, one of the informants on this article. In an interview on June 24, 2022, who said certain things that make him feel more good than he used to be. So it can be concluded that the perception of member of the punk community towards changes in their lifestyle describes an effort to escape from the bad stigma and labeling that has been pinned on them. In changing this perception, members of the punk community try to reconcile values and norms and by learning the religion so that they can be accepted in society. In social stratification, members of the punk community who were originally in an unprivileged class try to break away from the lower class in their effort to legitimize their hijrah movement in religious activities. So the conclusion in this article is perception of members of the punk community towards the hijrah lifestyle can be seen in the changes in their social behavior, which profusely violated values and norms and deviated into religious behavior. Perception of society that used to give negative stigma and deviant label has been changed along with the change in a more Islamic lifestyle. In changing this perception, members of the punk community try to reconcile the value and norms by studying religion and changing their appearance to be more Sharia according to the Sunnah. In social stratification, members of the punk community who were originally in the unequal class tried to break away from the lower class by changing their religious behavior and leaving the old style. So, that's all for my presentation about my article. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. See you another time.